The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now, this defense for the Commanders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Try to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On first down, it's Herbert.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Touchdown!
Joe Mixon,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now Herbert following the turnover. This one complete to Scott Miller.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Herbert on first down now. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Commanders have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be
and all the way home for a Broncos score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that...
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Touchdown, Washington. Scotty Miller, 82 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Trubisky. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Broncos at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. It doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. On first down, Justin Herbert. Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 28, Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Does the big boy have the juice? And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 29, Trubisky.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Broncos first down.
Now it's Trubisky. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw taken in by Adams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd down and 4.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll go again with Dobbins.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Let's go. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Herbert.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Makes the score. Commanders 40, Broncos 21.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first down.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trubisky will throw. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense had understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Their catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he goes out right around the 39. That one goes for 8 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that's complete to Adams.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Trubisky.
It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They go play action with Trubisky. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Herbert back to the air. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. This pass is caught by London. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year.